Hey, hello, and welcome back, everyone. I hope everyone is hanging in there. How are you? How is everyone out there? How are you dealing with things? Well, I hope this channel will be a source of support and information, and most of all, validation, because a lot of you have not had people who understand this, what you have gone through. And if you have encountered a severe malignant narcissist that borders on a psychopath or sociopath, the ones with sadomasochistic tendencies, boy, you have been through a war, and not many people understand that, correct? So it can be a very isolating place. Not only does the narcopath isolate you and take you away from everything that you were before you met them, but after the fact, when you're trying to get your own self back and heal from this type of abuse, there's very few people that understand unless they've been through it. Many people dismiss what you've been through. Many people, want a quick fix and say, well, just get over it. And that's not how this plays out. The malignant severe narcopath really does a lot of damage. There's a lot of PTSD. There's a lot of rumination. There's a lot of self-guilt. No one is perfect. We all make mistakes. And you know what? A lot of people out there think they don't make any mistakes, right? They're so perfect, aren't they? Well, don't you love those people? Yeah, they don't have anything go wrong in their life, right? They're just perfect. They make perfect decisions and marry a perfect person, and they have a perfect family, and everything's just perfect, right? Well, we know that is not real. Real people make mistakes. And so you have to learn to forgive yourself. There's a big world out there with all types of people. And if you're sheltered, living under a rock, used to the same people, same things, well, maybe the people you meet are going to be limited. But if you're out in the big bad world and you've been a few places, or you've been out there, big cities, big city areas, foreign countries, different places, you're going to come across some bad people. I mean, it's just inevitable. It's a numbers game, right? So think about it that way. The more people you meet, the more bad people you're going to meet. It's as simple as that. So your chances of meeting a severe malignant narcissist are increased if you've been out of your little town. That's just the way the world is now. And now there's more and more on the earth, unfortunately. So we really have to be on guard. Now, some city smart people here, and you know who you are, the street smart ones like me, you can be very strong and have a soft heart. That's what they detect. So don't beat yourself up. It's not your fault. These types are just very good at what they do. But you have to get smarter as far as knowing the signs, which is why it's important that the information is out there. Now, one of these places that is a true breeding ground for severe malignant narcissists are the dating sites. So my advice would be, and the companies will probably get very mad at me, but I would not recommend the dating sites or the dating apps. Nope. The reason being, they are a cesspool for severe malignant narcissists and psychopaths. Think about it. They're a quick fix. They can find supply in a swipe or a click. They can be anybody they want to be. They can put anything on their profile. And another thing, the people on dating sites, the unsuspecting targets, are putting their likes, their dislikes, what area they live in, if they have kids or not. They're really telling everything about themselves that's important. So it's really giving narcissists a heads up, right? You're giving them a heads up as to what's important to you and what's a deal breaker and what you like and what you don't like, so they can conform themselves to you. They don't have to go on a few dates to find that out. It's already in your profile. You see what I mean? So it's really hitting the jackpot for these guys. And that's their breeding ground. They did studies where they said something like, there's like 90-something% psychopaths on dating sites. You'd like to think that there's some good, normal people, and I'm sure there are. But these guys are very good at what they do. And by guys, I mean men and women on there. They present this package. They know what to put on their profile. And another thing that is fact, because I saw it myself, they will actually put as their qualities the very things that you told the narc they were not. So if you just broke up with a severe malignant narcopath, and say you told them that they lack intimacy and that they're dishonest and a cheat, they will make sure that they put in their profile that they love intimacy and they're looking for an intimate relationship and they hate dishonesty and they're all about loyalty. They take notes from their targets and they write down what targets they're looking for. And most of those things, of course, they don't possess at all. It's pretty much the opposite of who they are. But they put a profile together that would just make your jaw drop. I guarantee that if your ex-narc is on a dating site and you saw their profile, your jaw would drop in shock at how it's the complete opposite of who they are. It's amazing. But it just makes you feel for the people that are on dating sites because they have no idea that this person just terrorized a whole trail of women or men. Now, there's that, I guess, on one of the movie channels, which I don't watch. I don't watch mainstream TV at all or the news. Satan's agenda there. Watch my video there. I just keep off of that and the mainstream media. But there is that, Tinder swindler movie, which really shows how these guys, infiltrate themselves into people's lives to swindle them. And not just monetarily, just swindling their lives, convincing them that, they're going to have a great life together. And, it's all an act. It's all a act from hell, basically. And they see what they can get away with. A lot of narcissists will have multiple phones, multiple phone numbers. A lot of targets have been in shock when they knew the extent that their narcissist was, meeting people online. They really have different phone numbers with different rings. Sometimes they even check out, women or men in foreign countries. And they have these relationships online that are overseas. I mean, they go to great lengths, but these dating sites that are online, really, that's the fastest way that they can meet people. Some covert narcissists are very awkward. They're not great conversationalists. As I said, some narcissists are very quiet and they extract all the information from you. They don't really divulge too much about themselves. And these sites are perfect for those types because they can just put their information out there and see who bites on it or see who falls for it. But when I saw certain people's profile online on these dating sites, I wish I could just, warn people online, no, it's the complete opposite of who they were. They lied about their age, they lied about the town that they lived in, besides the intimacy factor that they lacked. I think their ex-target said something about, you never say the word we, and we've been together more than, about 7 years, and you've never used the word we. It's always I. Of course, narcissists are big on that. They use the word I. They don't use the word we. So that was brought to the narcissist's attention, and their ex-target, their target, had noticed that, like, you never say we, you're always talking about you and not us. So the narc's new profile said, "I'm looking for a we. I don't want to be an I anymore. I'm looking for someone I can live my life with and be a we." And they made a perfect point to mention that, and along with their age that was a lie, their town that was a lie, facts about themselves that were just not true. And then they went on to say how loyal and honest they were when their ex-target caught them cheating several times. So, and admit many, many lies. So you see what I'm saying? They present the opposite. So one red flag would be online, and hopefully you guys aren't online. I would not suggest it. But a big red flag to anybody who may be online is that they'll go on about how honest they are, how they can't stand liars or cheaters, how they can't stand disloyalty and disrespect, and how they want someone who's happy and like them. Well, you know, if you've been with a narcissist, you understand why people weren't happy with them. But they make it a point to put everything the opposite. So just know that, everybody. Not a good idea. I would like to know in the comments below if you guys have met your narcissist on a dating site. I'd be curious to find out. I just want to see how many, because it is really a big cesspool of narcissists on there. And I'm sure there's a lot that have worked out, maybe. There's people that have worked out. There's good people on there just looking for a partner. But you really have to really be super, super alert, know the signs, and watch out, and most of all, pay attention to your spiritual discernment. If someone doesn't seem right, or you get that strange discerning feeling warning you inside, you don't know why, if something doesn't feel right, if the person doesn't settle very well in your spirit, something's wrong. Go with that. I'm sure when you met your narcissist, you probably felt the same way. You just didn't pay attention to it. So everybody, I hope that's helpful. And, pay attention. If you meet somebody online and you find out they lie about one thing on there, that's enough. That's enough. If they lie about one thing on there, they're going to lie about a lot of things in the future. You can say, well, they just lied about their age a few years, whatever. But still, they're starting off the relationship with a lie. Somebody that is a good person, who cares about the age, right? People just want to meet a good person. But if somebody's starting it off just lying about their age, lying about this, lying about that, then, you got yourself a liar, basically. That's how they rope people in. They just think this lie is okay, that lie is okay, and it does not start a relationship off well. We can't make excuses all the time. Well, they just lied about this. Well, they're just lying about small things. Well, they just lied about that. No, it tells about the character about the person. The character of the person. Just know, if you're meant to be with somebody, you'll meet them doing something that is a common interest, or doing something for the Lord, volunteering, or organizations, through a friend that's a genuine friend, through people that know the person, or God will put them in your path some way that is, a better way of being introduced to them, rather than the demonic roulette of dating sites. You don't know what you're going to get. So take heed, everybody, and just know I'm praying for all of you. And like the Facebook page, or follow on it, and Rumble on the Rumble page, whatever you call it on Rumble. And if anybody wants one-on-one Christian guidance, please email me at angelhavenministry@gmail.com, and I will email you back with that information. So, thanks a lot, everybody. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And if you are going no contact, stay strong. Seek out the Lord, seek His face. Holy Spirit will make you stronger. And if you can overcome this, believe me, you will be led to your calling by God because you were targeted because of your heart. And that same heart can do amazing things in this life. So just remember that, everybody. I'll see you next time. God bless.